Hello, my name is Michael and I've reached the biblical age of 70 years. I'm a South African, but I live in Perth. But I guess my home is anywhere where I live with my wife. So, as you can see, I'm sitting in my meditation room or my cave, and it's my space, and I change it from year to year, but it's where I do my research and my writing, which I enjoy immensely. And you can see, I have, for me, spiritual symbols historically. My daughter drew that lion's head roaring. It has spiritual significance for me and associated with the sun. And of course, I've just recently put up the AllatRa sign as well, or logo, or symbol. And that is particularly special for me. And that's why I needed to record this recording. I also need to find out so much, because my knowledge is so limited. Besides the white background AllatRa symbol, I have the black as well, and but I'm not sure whether I can put those up in the same room, and so I need to research and find some information about the black AllatRa symbol, which I guess it has some relevance to thinking or the whole process. All my life has been spiritual searching, all my life. Even when I was a teenager with my mother, I've been searching and looking for spiritual knowledge, which is dearly the love of my life, and then the application of whatever I happen to be learning at that time has been part and parcel of gaining the knowledge. Then you must know how I felt when just recently I was actually researching for an article on energy and self-healing, and I found this website. In fact, it was a YouTube video, an AllatRa YouTube video about the ninth circle, and that was my introduction to AllatRa. Amazing. I mean, it was just the right thing at the right time. I don't think I would recommend it to other newcomers, but for me, it was the right thing, and I guess God led me to that particular video to get into the circle of AllatRa and become part of it. And immediately, because of my nature, I wanted to find somebody to talk to in AllatRa, as opposed to just watch, hundreds of videos that were available. So I sent off an email, and I got this beautiful reply from somebody called Tatiana. I'm not sure if my pronunciation is correct, and that was a start of communication, and she put me on to Marina, and Marina put me on the agenda for the creative medicine for the future, because I write about alternative medicines, and so that was really a lovely video to participate in, or I guess you call it a video, I'm not sure. But from there I downloaded the AllatRa book, the PDF, until very recently on this, only a few days ago, I received a gift from Marina. So really of the hard-covered book, and I really appreciated that enormously, and I treasure that book, and I'm finding the knowledge in there profound. Detailed, a little bit too detailed for me in so many aspects, but who am I? I certainly take what I can from such a deep book of spiritual truth. And yeah, I can recall when I first started out as an adult, I used to research the Bible, and I used to have a lot of men that we used to, every Friday morning before work, we used to gather and talk about it. And yeah, I can remember even when I started the AllatRa book, I recorded or remembered those days where I was doing the biblical studying, and lots of phrases, like I guess hidden phrases that haven't been totally with all the translations of the Bible for particular benefits of individuals. There are some sayings that just stay there. And one that comes to mind when I was reading AllatRa, absolutely spot on in my opinion, and that was, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and then all else will be added to you. And oh my goodness, this to me like fitted with my AllatRa first bit of training, and or reading or knowledge, and when I realized this is the how. You know, up until now, I've been, because of my other knowledge before AllatRa, I was doing contemplation, contemplating symbols or something that I regard as holy, and relaxing the body and focusing on that, and that's why it was called contemplation, I guess. And so that's what I've done. I also used to chant with the Who, H-U, and that was also very interesting. And but I, you know, being so new in AllatRa, I don't know if there's any reference to chanting. I think it went back to the Hindus and before them. So between the chanting and the contemplation was where I found myself when I came across the lotus meditation in AllatRa, and that's what I've started now. But it's so funny because I now try and sit and meditate the lotus meditation, but hey, I start with relaxing my body and my muscles and everything, and settle down, and then I try and focus my thoughts, not focus my thoughts, but try and get only one thought. So I focus on my breathing, and so relaxing and breathing, and then I start the process that I'm starting to learn about the lotus meditation. I understand that it's totally for beginners, and well, I'm not even a beginner yet, but I'm practicing it, and it's really looking that it's starting to pay benefit, but that could be my imagination, because that imagination plays games on one. You know, you sort of imagine you're meditating and you're not, and so who knows? We'll see how that all transpires. But at the moment, definitely the lotus meditation with the seed in the solar plexus and the soul in the same vicinity. So the link. I am hoping that sooner than later, I'm going to feel that growth of the lotus flower in my solar plexus area. Talking about the AllatRa symbol, I understand the circle is soul, and I understand the what do you call that? The crescent with horns. That you know, I guess is the crescent is embracing the soul, and I guess eventually the idea is that the two would merge, and so you get the soul emerging with the personality, with that crescent, and that then moves towards the heavenly realms. And so it's a very special symbol, that circle with the crescent and horns. So yeah, it's symbols I've always been interested in for a long time, and I know that that's how, for example, the Illuminati have really gained total power over the planet, is through symbols everywhere. But everywhere you see the symbols. So these symbols obviously have power without our knowledge. We look at them and they influence us. And even here in Australia, you know, we talk about places like Melbourne that are just got symbols everywhere. I mean, I don't know whether the Illuminati perhaps even started in Australia, but they're freely open and available for public to see everywhere. Even street names are named after powerful people, members of the Illuminati, historically. And so I think symbols are something that I want to become more aware of, and study a little bit more. And I'd love to have some reference in AllatRa about these, and I know there must be, because they are powerful, and they do play an influence, a silent but powerful influence. Yeah, I guess to summarize, there are a lot of amazing things happening around the world, and I'm talking about positive things like the AllatRa public movement, and of course there are a lot of negative things, where people are suffering from a lot of pain, and there's going to be a lot more pain. But I guess I see it more philosophically, and I know we're in the last iron age of the planet, and I guess things we've been through other ages, the golden age and silver age and so forth, to the iron age, where it is the last age. And so for people who haven't connected with God, I would guess that the iron age is like giving you pain, and through pain you say, you know, where's God? Where's God? Yeah, and so that's one way to bring people to God, is through pain and suffering, and God, it's part of the cycles, and that hopefully will bring many souls to the point of asking questions like, where is God? Anyway, thank you for the privilege to share these moments with you, and my future, on the borrowed years that I have ahead of me. I really want to search for more spiritual truth, and I want to become a spiritual warrior of God. Thank you very much indeed for listening and allowing me this time.